Jean-Paul, how pleasant.
My mission isn't as pleasant, Irene, I'm afraid.
Sorry to hear that. Nonetheless, you must sit down. I'll make tea.
Irene, what happened between you and Helena this morning?
Why, I made some tea. We chatted.
And you told her that she had no future at Desmond Hall.
Oh, that? Why, a parlor game. I do it for my friends. That's my one claim to fame in Desmonton.
You frightened her.
I'm sorry, Jean-Paul. That certainly wasn't my intention. She misunderstood the game, took it too seriously.
Irene, you are not to let it happen again.
Of course not, Jean-Paul. I'm glad you told me. If Miss Rowley had spoken up, I'd have known immediately. Now, the tea.
Irene, was it a game?
Well, what else could it have been?
I wonder about you, Irene, and about your influence over Holly.
I tried to help Holly.
Rather mystically, it seems.
Jean-Paul, I don't know what you're talking about. I am a widow, living alone, wanting good friends. I'm highly respected in this town, Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul, what is happening to you? Ever since you began suspecting that your brother Philip disappeared under mysterious circumstances, your behavior has become somewhat mysterious, too.
Irene, I am wondering whether or not I can trust you at all. And I do not like to have anything concealed.
I don't like things concealed either.
Emily, how well you look.
Do I?
Yes, you do, very well. Irene, you must be commended for doing such a good job for Emily.
Oh, Miss Blair is very cooperative. Yes, I am.
Well, I'm glad that you're well. I was concerned about you.
Are you? I'm happy to hear that. I thought you'd forgotten all about me.
Never.
And now, I'll make tea.
We've been through too many things together to forget, haven't we, Jean-Paul? I remember everything. I remember how we slowly came to know one another. And I remember when you took me in your arms and told me...
Yes, Emily, I'm sorry.
So am I. Not to be near you.
Emily, you said you didn't want anything concealed.
Yes. Go on. Nothing concealed.
I love Helena Raleigh. I've asked her to marry me.
Marry?
Yes.
Then she will be mistress of Desmond Hall. Well, let her. Let her cherish it. Let her keep it before the cliffs shake beneath it and it crumbles into the river below.
Emily!
I curse you, Jean-Paul Desmond. I conceal nothing. I want one thing. I want you and your precious Helena to die. And it shall happen. It shall.
Emily! Irene!
I heard the shouting. You mustn't take the girl seriously, Jean-Paul. I feel that she's getting better. Her fantasies, these curses, this hatred, they're passing things. They're happening less and less.
I had no idea.
And that dreadful snake thing, all her own imagination, of course.
It wasn't her imagination.
Now, Jean-Paul, I won't listen to another word. I'm used to dealing with young ladies who dream hysterical dreams. Believe me, Jean-Paul, I will make her better. Now, trust me, Jean-Paul, trust me.
Trust me, Jean-Paul, to keep my word. Trust me.
Did you have a pleasant visit?
Where's Helena?
Waiting for you in the drawing room. When will you learn that I am an ally, that I can be trusted? Didn't I warn you not to go to Irene's?
You did. Why?
Well, because I knew Emily's condition. I didn't want to disturb you. She is very ill, and whatever she says must be discounted. Well, go on, Jean-Paul. Miss Rowley is anxious for you.
Helena,
Jean-Paul, I've been so worried.
you mustn't worry. There's nothing to worry about.
What is it? What happened?
Nothing happened. Irene is very sorry that she upset you. It was only a game, she said.
But something has happened, I know it. You've changed. Oh, Jean-Paul, don't be cold. I need you. I'm frightened. The self-assured actress that came to Desmond Hall playing the Queen, sometimes thoughtless and cruel. I'm not that same woman. Do you believe me?
Yes.
Then hold me, reassure me, because you're all I have. I need you.
Helena, perhaps we have been like foolish children. We need to consider. We need to be sure.
I see.
No, you don't see. You see your own agony, but you don't see mine.
No, I won't. I won't cry. This is not a scene in which crying is called for. Remember, Miss Raleigh, you are an actress, and tears are the easiest thing an actress can summon. I won't cry. I'll think. I'll think. There's no problem to which there isn't a solution. Oh, dear God, if you ever gave me any talent at all, show me how to use it. Not as an actress, but as a woman.
I am displeased. Displeased with you, Emily. If you want to be one of us, if you want to achieve your goals, you've got to stop behaving like a child. You must learn silence. Do you understand?
Yes.
Any more threats, any more outbursts, and you will leave my house. I can't risk having a raging child about.
I'm sorry, but Jean-Paul hurt me.
He is a person to be scorned silently. His fate is sealed, Emily. Try to remember that.
I hate him.
The world doesn't have to know that. Our goal is not to make headlines in the Desmonton newspaper. Why do I put up with you? Why do I condescend to teach you anything?
But I want to learn. I do.
Then the first and most important thing that you must learn is obedience, and complete blind obedience.
I will obey.
Will you? Then obey. Obey me now. Kneel. I said kneel. Kneel before me. Now, repeat after me. Dear Irene.
Dear Irene,
May I have permission, please,
may I have permission, please?
to drink the chalice
To drink the chalice
of blood?
of
You heard.
blood.
Jean-Paul, I must see you.
Jean-Paul, I want to know your agonies. I do. Because if I don't, there's no hope for either of us.
And once you know them, then there is no hope at all. Helena, when you saw what was on my hand, you saw a symbol. Well, that symbol was the mark of death. That is my curse. And when it appears, no one must know this. This is my secret. When it appears, I must kill. I must kill. Perhaps even you.